Hello, my lovely Pisces. Welcome to your reading for November 2022. Hope this reading finds you well. My lovely Pisces, this is a general reading for you. This is a reading for Pisces sun, rising and moon sign. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel, commenting, giving me the thumbs up. I just love your support. Thank you so much. And if you haven't already subscribed and would like to, make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you'll know when I'm posting new videos. My lovely Pisces. Well, here we are. I've been meditating on your energy, sitting in your energy to see what comes through. And what I'm hearing here so clearly is building blocks. Things are starting to fall into place. The building blocks of your life are starting to stack. So well done. I'm feeling like things, and to me, when building blocks are falling into place, things are stacking up. Things are starting to move forward. There's synchronicities, coincidences, reconnections. There's things happening around you that are showing you that things are starting to come together. Things are starting to fall into place. The flip side of that, because of course life is about dualities, isn't it? The flip side of that is be mindful of your anxiety. Be mindful of what fears does that stir up in you? What doubts does it bring forward? It's okay, well, I'm going to move forward, but what is that but for you? What's being stirred out of your shadow? What's being magnified for you to look at? What have you been suppressing, pushing into the background? So that you can move, you can feel like, oh, well, life's, working for me and I'm moving forward. But what's there? That but is something that will slow the process down, that will lock you back into those cycles. So are you changing the cycles? Are you going to change how things come about, leaving the past behind and moving forward to really get that fulfillment and have life fall into place for you the way it needs to fall into place? Because I feel like particularly this month, things are going to start to really fall into place for you, my lovely Pisces. That's a very impactful sort of message. I need to take some of that on board as well. Interesting, isn't it? There's always things to think about here. There's things to think about where we're masters of self-deception. We can fool ourselves to think, oh, well, everything's great. I don't have to change. But if you're wanting your life to change direction, if you're wanting a new way of being, if you want to stop the old cycles from coming about, there needs to be change. And it's internal change. It's about changing a perception, changing a belief, changing a fear. What are you needing to release so that you can have this fresh a new way of being? So those building blocks can strengthen. Facing the challenges. What is it for you? Is it that promotion? Will I go for it? Am I good enough? Is it that business? How am I going to go? Will I start it? Will I fall on my face? Am I good enough for it? All of those sorts of things. So I'm going to draw a card for you from my animal oracle. Let's see what spirit animal is part of the totem this month. What is it that's coming for you this month? Oh, this is interesting. You've got the Ibis, the bin chicken. That's what we call it here in Australia, the bin chicken. Learning. The sacred ibis. So the ibis was it was a bird that was sacred to the Egyptians. Here we see it as a nuisance, but there's learning here with the ibis. The ibis has learnt to live in the urban environment. The ibis has learnt to survive in the urban environment amongst humans. and a lot of, we can have a little bit of a disregard for nature and how birds adapt. The ibis is constantly learning. The ibis is a survivor. This is your part of your totem. The ibis, there's learning here, adapting. It's about adapting. It's about adapting to the changes that are coming, adapting to how you want to live. How are you a survivor? How do you want to live? What are you leaving behind? There needs to be a leaving behind of old habits. If the ibis wanted to survive the way it has done for centuries in nature, in that environment, it wouldn't survive in the city. It wouldn't survive in the urban environment. It's had to learn to adapt. And that's what you're being asked to do. Have a look. It's going to vary for each of us, the intensity, the size of the lessons there to adapt, the things that we're needing to learn. It will vary for all of us. We're all on a different path. We're all on a different position on that path. What is it for you, my lovely Pisces? So that's an interesting channeled message, isn't it? Let's have a look now at your Celtic cross and see what, in more depth, what's in store here for November. I like the month of November. I really do. It's heralding 2023, which is going to bring in bigger and better opportunities and changes. So I like that. I like it. Leaving behind what isn't serving you. Okay, let me just, they're sort of, the cards are going everywhere, which means, to me, the way these cards are moving about is there's movement, there's flexibility. Nothing's cast in stone. Nothing's set in concrete. And so it's about, what are you wanting to change? Is it you, your thoughts? What's changing around you? For you, nothing's set. Nothing's set. So how do you want those building blocks to fall? How do you want them to settle for you? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. You've got the Eight of Wands. I like this. Wands is about things, fire. Things, but you're fiery, passion, enthusiasm, things happening very quickly. The 8 is a number of prosperity, very fortuitous number. And so what is here for you? Things they have either been happening very quickly in the last couple of months, and they're going to continue to do that in November. So there's a speed with which these opportunities are coming to you, these opportunities to change, these opportunities to do something differently, these opportunities that you've been working towards. What shape do the opportunities take for you? But these things are going to start happening very, very quickly. It's things that are going to stack up on here. I just hear things are going to stack up. And when things stack up, they fall into place. Life is falling into place and things are going to be happening very, very quickly. Be very observant of the synchronicities. Be very observant of your intuition, of your dreams, of what you're being shown, what you overhear. That's going to be very, very important. You've also got the Queen of Swords. Now, this is either male or female, sun, rising, moon sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person that is around you, that's going to play quite a very big part in the changes that are coming in around you. So they're going to be instrumental in bringing in those changes or making you aware of those changes. This person's a very good communicator. There is a gentleness about them. There is a thoughts. They're thinking. They're constantly thinking. So there's thought processes going on here. This is also a card that represents you, and it's bringing to you a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking. So is your perception on certain situations changing in November? Is there a new way of communicating? Are you doing more communication? Are you writing? What's going on here for you? Is there more writing? Is there more communication, verbal communication, communication over the internet, phone calls, emails? There's a new awareness or a new awakening, but it's also about a change in your thinking, a change in how you perceive things, which is refreshing. I'm just hearing it's uplifting. So there's a dynamic sort of energy that's coming up around you. You've also got the Nine of Wands, and I want to say to you that the turmoil, the hardships, the challenges, the things that you've been experiencing, that's coming to a close. It's finishing. So it's also a time of, and maybe that's what brings in that change of perception, because it brings in this releasing of the past, but taking with you what you've learned. What have you learned about yourself? It's showing you, it's shining a light on what you don't want and what you do want. So you need to know what you don't want to understand and know what it is you do want, what it is you want to fill your life with. So there's a real opportunity here. This change of perception brings in this shedding of the old, thinking, old things in your life that don't fit anymore, things that have been hidden that come to the surface. So there's things coming to the surface for you, my lovely Pisces, for you to look at and either discard or keep. And that's you. That's up to you. That's your free will. As to what you're doing. You've also got the Two of Cups. Now this to me speaks of there's soulmate connections, so there's reconnections or connections with soulmates, with significant others in your life, which I like. It's also about destiny. It's about karma. It's about things happening around you that are destined to be. The timing is perfect. So anything that comes up, anything you're shown, any synchronicities, any opportunities, understand that they're there for you to embrace. Positive or negative, I want to say to you. If you look at the Buddhist beliefs, all lessons are equal. There's no harder lessons or easier lessons. Lessons are lessons. And it's about looking at those and understanding that what's coming up for you. But I feel like it's a good thing. What's coming up for you is karmic. It's meant to be. It's written. It's written for you in the great scheme of things. And it's about understanding what it is you want to release and what you want to hold on to. But there's also going to be significant others coming into your life. People that are coming into your life in the month of November are meant to be there. And that's, positive or negative, but they're meant to be there. If it's something that is creating some sort of discomfort for you, it's because there's a lesson there for you. They're showing you what needs to be shifted within you. Whether you do or not, well, that's free will, isn't it? That's up to you. That's free will. So, what is it that you're wanting to shift? What is it that you're wanting to magnify and look at? What good things, positivity is coming into your life? Wow, it's a really interesting month. You've also got the Three of Cups. Now, when you do that, there is celebration, there is success. Now, there's celebration coming up in November for you. There's some sort of celebration. So it's either a birthday, an anniversary, a birth of a child, a wedding, an engagement. What is it for you? Or just celebrating you, celebrating your life, celebrating your successes, celebrating what you're, it's also a joyous energy. This brings about a joyous energy. So there's a joyous energy, a joyous sense of being around you, which I like. There's tremendous positivity. So all these things that are coming about bring you great success, moving forward, joy. Don't allow your thought processes to hold you back, to hold you down. Your resistance is what's going to hold you back or slow things down. Lose the resistance because you're exactly where you need to be in November. You've also got the Knight of Cups. This is about moving forward on an emotional level. So if you've met someone, it's about moving forward. It's about embracing a new relationship. It's about a new outlook on an emotional level. Moving forward on an emotional level. So if there's situations around you that are changing, it's about embracing more emotions, embracing more connections. It's about having the courage to move forward with that and not close yourself off, but open yourself up. Opening yourself up also opens up that spiritual energy, that enlightenment, increases your intuition. Energy starts to move around you. This is specific for those of you that have felt stuck. It's about opening up your heart chakra that's going to get you moving, reconnecting with people or finding new connections, getting yourself out there, exploring the new. That's going to get you unstuck. That's going to get those waters of emotions flowing again for you. That's specific. So let me know who that sits for, because I feel like there's a few of you out there where that is the case. But I feel like November has got this wonderful flow. It's not the rapids where you're feeling like you're being swept away. It's rather let's flow down the river of life and take in the scenery. Take in am I going to stop at the side of this bank or this bank? Where am I going to stop? What am I going to look at in more detail? And you're taking in that scenery. You're taking in what's being shown to you. That's the image that they're giving me. That was your channeled message as well, halfway through your reading. So that's a really lovely image. That's where you're at. You've also got the Four of Pentacles. This is about weighing out life, weighing out. This is what I was saying to you before, the pros and the cons, what you don't want in your life, what you do want in your life, and finding a balance in your life, finding that balance. For some of you, it's about balancing the budget. Who's moving? It's like I'm selling something and I want to buy something. Have I got enough to buy what I want? So there's this weighing out of finances. I want to leave my job and start this new lifestyle. Have I got enough to sustain me to do that? To start this new project, to leave where I am, to start a new project, start a new business, really do what I feel passionate about. And I feel like life is bringing you that balance in November. Life is showing you that it is possible. So there's this real toing and froing, balancing things out. But when you do, there's nothing but success here. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. There is nothing but success coming to you. A whole new start, a whole new awakening. Week 3 of November is going to really see, you're going to have a clarity of where you're going, what you're achieving. There is great abundance that's coming to you. Life is good. Life is full. Life is abundant for you. And there's a real positivity that comes about with that. And what happens here is this is male or female. For you, Pisces, it's you really stepping into your own power, your own identity. It's peeling away all the layers and saying to the world, this is me, this is who I am, and really tapping into your intuition, tapping into that real essence of you. No fears, nothing holding you back. There's this absolute potential of what I just see is your energy exploding. There's a real blossoming of who you are, a real blossoming of you pursuing your truth. Your true self is shining through. And there's this real resistance comes where you worry about what other people think about you, is what they're telling me here. Who cares? You're not going to please everybody. Please yourself, and that's all that matters. You need to be happy with who you are. Not allowing other people's expectations to water you down or bring you into submission. It's about shining your light. It's about really expanding. This is who I am, and I don't care what anybody thinks. That's where you're at. That's where you're at. What happens when you feel like that is you've got the Fool energy, leaving all that baggage behind, the past expectations of family, of parents, of bosses, of work environments, of your partner, whatever it is. Even your children have a certain expectation of you. You're leaving all that behind. This is me. This is me in all my glory, and you're moving forward. Even if you're moving forward into the unknown, doesn't matter. Things are going to fall into place. What you're desiring is going to be there for you. It's important that you have an understanding of what it is you want, where you want to go. The Fool is the first card in the tarot deck, and so the journey begins. How wonderful. What a great month that's going to be. A great month of November. Let me draw a card from the Divine Abundance deck and let's see what's coming through. Okay, I'm going to give you two. First of all, you've got sacrifice. Sacrifice. Sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. Well, there you go. And that's what you're doing in the month of November. Letting go. Letting things go. Loving yourself first and foremost. And it's not until you love yourself that you can love anybody else. And that's so true. Love who you really are. And then the next card you've got is gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. And that's what's opening up for you, my lovely Pisces. How beautiful is that? Let me hold those up so you can pause it. You can write those affirmations down if you like. Pisces, many blessings, love, light, joy, blessings for you in November. Enjoy the month. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there.